you and a warm welcome to you from all of us here at Powerscourt with Kilbride. I'm sitting in the front garden this morning in the rising sunlight, and there's a great amount of heat in the air, and definitely we were just commenting this morning how people's moods have risen with the rising sun, with the increase in daylight and warmth and the definite signs of spring. So you're very welcome to join us this morning. In our churches today, we give thanks for mothers and for that nurturing feminine love that is apparent in so many different ways and in so many different relationships within our lives. We need to broaden our appreciation for that feminine love that can be found in a multitude of different places. But first, wherever we may be today, let's just pause for a moment in the presence of the divine to acknowledge that presence with us now.
Do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap, or stow away in barns, and yet our Heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? Are you not 2 sparrows sold for a cent, and yet not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father? But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. So do not fear. You are more valuable than many sparrows.
there's another reason for me sitting in the front garden today instead of the back garden, and it may sound like a really foolish reason. But last Sunday morning, in the early hours of last Sunday morning, a fox dug into the chicken coop in our back garden and meticulously and one by one removed each of our 4 beloved hens and that little wonky cockerel that used to try and guard them all. And I would be lying if I told you that my heart wasn't slightly broken by all of this. For 2 days I cried like a child and experienced within my heart that type of familiar loss that occurs when we lose something or someone that we deeply love. It seemed impossible to me at the time that I could have loved those 4-5 little birds as much as I really did. But they had individual characters. They brought amazing joy, and through them I could experience the change in the light in the morning when they rose, and the lengthening of the light in the evening when they roosted, and just their presence and their voices around us for the online service. They very much accompanied us in this new venture of online through our time during COVID and lockdown and on. So today I wanted to speak a little bit about acknowledging loss, regardless of what type of loss it is, whether it is vast and overwhelming or whether it is the slightest little loss that can put us off kilter, or whether it is, as in my case now, a surprisingly deep little loss at the loss of those beautiful creatures around me. In school assembly this morning, I told the children very gently what had happened. I didn't go into much detail, but to say that the fox had taken the hens. And we opened up a conversation about the things that can hurt us, about how we have the courage to speak out that hurt, about how we have the courage to actually hold that hurt within us, instead of repressing it, but hold it like a little child needs to be held. And through that we begin a process of healing. Imagine you were having a conversation in the higher realms, wherever they may be, and you were asked, okay, so you have a chance to go to Earth. What type of a life would you like to live? What would you like to learn? I find it hard to believe that if you were to contemplate this for a while, you would choose a road that was really easy and painless and joy-filled. Because how are we ever to learn if we don't embody a full human experience? And this involves the hurt and pain, the losses, the angers, the jealousies, the rages, as well as the joys and the loves. This is life in abundance. And the message today is possibly just to say a huge thank you to God for those simple and actually quite clever little individual souls that came to visit us for a short space of time and really did live a good life. And to thank Him for His knowledge and presence, that not a sparrow falls to the ground but God knows about it, and His accompaniment through all our little losses and our enormous losses, whatever they may be.